A yellow door to go with the yellow bus. Nana said that Pops mustn't knock down any more walls in their house or the whole house would fall down. But Pen, trust me, I'm a builder, said Pops. No more, said Nana. No, dear, said Pops. The problem was that even with his open plan and with people sitting on the stairs, no more than 100 people could squash into the Jesus meetings. Nana and Pops had to leave the very nice house that they had rented and started to look for a house to buy for themselves and the church to meet in. They had found Four Wise Terrace, the cheapest house that would accommodate a pregnant Nana, 1-year-old Daniel, Pops and a girl who had been thrown out of her home. Having been turned down by all the building societies, they went to the council to ask for a 100% mortgage. Sorry, they said, it's under demolition order, so there's no mortgage available. Well, we will just have to go to a higher authority, Pops told the man behind the desk. Sometimes, Dave, I think it would be good not to say everything that comes into your head, Nana said to Pops as they walked home. A week later, and this is still a mystery to Nana and Pops, although he was allergic to supermarkets, in fact, allergic to any shop that didn't sell tools or fishing rods, he found himself walking through Sainsbury's. Well, in there, he bumped into the owners of Wise Terrace, who said they were sorry he didn't want the house. We do want the house, but it's due for demolition, said Pops. No, it's not, they replied, and we will sort it out. And sort it out they did. Nana and Pops got their mortgage, but still not enough to buy the house. They had asked for $6,000 and been given $5,000. But the owners said, that's okay, we will lower the price to the mortgage they will give you. Pops discovered over a year later that other people were trying for the house, but were also told it was under demolition order. Soon after they moved in, BT purchased the other half of the building to demolish and make an underground tunnel to a new telephone exchange. By the time all the work was finished, including giving Nana and Pops 3 new rooms, the microchip had been invented and the new exchange wasn't needed, so BT let Nana and Pops use the remaining land for garden. But now Pops wanted a bigger place for the church to meet. He had read a book by Oswald J. Smith called The Passion for Souls. As soon as he saw the title, he knew he had to read it. In one chapter, Mr. Smith said, "Why do so many churches hide away in back streets when there is a whole world to win?" Wise Terrace was certainly in a back street, and although lots of people had found number 4 and been blessed, there were hundreds who hadn't. The church must have a door on the high street so the whole town can be reached for Jesus, said Pops. Good idea, said Nana. Praise the Lord, said Pops. The church started praying. Brochures from estate agents started piling upon Pops's desk, but there was nothing suitable. Brochures, papers, pamphlets. Pops was getting frustrated. Nana, who was now an expert in recognising the signs of a coming volcanic eruption, took over and found a nightclub for lease. They went to see it. All the walls were black, with huge Hell's Angels, Ghost Riders, skeletons, skulls and crossbones painted on the walls, and carpets that felt like peat bogs. But the best thing of all was that the front door opened directly onto the high street at the main crossroads of the town. Perfect. But there was one problem. The police had raided the nightclub and called the fire service in, who promptly closed the whole place down because of the fire risks. It was going to cost thousands of pounds to build a fire escape over the neighbouring properties because the rooms were upstairs, for the fire chief to even consider opening it again. The church prayed, and on Monday morning Pops visited the fire station to get an interview with the fire chief. Yes, he has a free 5 minutes, so go on in, said his secretary with a smile or a smirk, Pops couldn't tell which. What do you want, son? Asked the chief. Pops looked at him and then at his desk and noticed architect plans for the closed nightclub rolled out on the desk. I want that nightclub. Well, you can't have it. I've closed it down. Fire regulations. Pops thought of something to say but decided against it. He had learnt his lesson. All he could do was stand in front of the chief and wait. What do you want it for? A church, replied Pops. Oh, well, in that case you can have it. There are no fire regulations for a place of worship. So Pops had got his door onto the high street. It took the church 6 months, working every night, and those who could working every day, to get Southtown Christian Church ready for opening. The last thing to do was paint the door a very bright yellow, and Pops just couldn't help mentioning to Nana that it always helps to go to a higher authority.